Hello, third grade. Okay, we are in Unit 2, Week 1, Day 1 of our new Fundations unit. Remember, we are focusing in on suffixes. Remember what a suffix is. A suffix is a letter or group of letters added to the end of the word to change the meaning of the word. Today's lesson, we're going to really focus in on plurals. I'm adding a suffix to that word, plurals. So a plural means more than one. More than one. So a plural noun means more than one. There are some different ways you can make plural nouns. The easiest way is just by adding the letter S. So, for example, in the word hills. One hill, that's called a base word or a root word. And when you circle that S, that is the suffix. So this is the most basic way to make a word more than one. Cat, cats. Another way to make a word plural is to add the suffix es. Now, when you add the suffix es, that is if a word ends with an s, an sh, a ch, an x, or a z. So, for example, in the word benches. Bench has a ch digraph, so to make it more than one bench, you have to add an es suffix. Benches. Bench is your base word. Benches is your plural. Or if you have grass. There are many different types of grasses. Grass is our singular noun. Because it ends with an S, that double bonus letter, you have to add the suffix es to make it grasses. So third grade, those are called our regular plural nouns. If you add an S or an es to a noun to make it plural, so for example, in the word drinks, we had to bring drinks to the soccer game. That actually has our welded sound, ink, our suffix, drink, drinks. Or if you have to add es in order, bunch, bunches, those are called our regular plural nouns. There are certain nouns that are irregular plurals. So an irregular plural noun means that when you make a singular noun, one noun, more than one, either the whole spelling will change or the spelling might not change at all. So for example, mouse. I do not say mouses. Mouse actually, when you're talking about more than one mouse, turns into mice. The word goose becomes geese. Sometimes words don't change at all. One deer, many deer. I want you to pause. I want you to see if you can think of any other nouns that are irregular plurals. And then I'll come back with a list of them. Okay, sorry for that technical difficulty right there, third grade. Did you think of some more irregular plural nouns? How about one tooth? Many teeth. Foot. Feet. Child. Children. Sheep is like deer. That doesn't change. Sheep. One sheep. Many sheep. Sheep is like deer. Person. One person becomes many people. Man becomes men. Woman becomes women. So these are what you call irregular plural nouns. And the reason why they're irregular is because you don't add an S and you don't add an ES. Sometimes the spelling stays the same. Sometimes the spelling changes altogether. Okay, and the last thing we're going to talk about plurals, more than one, is a new concept. This is new for you as third grade. You talked about irregular plurals in second grade. You talked about adding S in second grade, and you talked about adding ES in second grade. But this is a new thing. What happens if a word ends with an F? For example, in the word half. If a word ends with F, you change the F to a V and you add ES. Let that sink in. I'm going to say it again. If a word ends with an F, you change the F to a V and add ES. So 1/2 or 2 halves. Now, if the word ends with an FE, like in the word knife, same rule applies. Same rule applies. One knife, many knives. In the word shelf, one shelf, many shelves. So if a word ends with F, the F changes to a V and you add ES. If the word ends with an FE, you still change the F to a V and add the suffix ES. If a noun ends with a VF, you change the F to a V and you add ES. That's all you need to know about plurals, more than one noun.